Happy Friday. It's me. Not that you were expecting anybody else, because I mean, you came to my site, so you know it's me, but I don't know. I just felt like I needed to say that. So, hey, it's me. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're feeling awesome. I myself am feeling all kinds of, as my dad used to say, fantastic, which I don't think is supposed to be confused with fantastic, because I think fantastic is a special kind of fantasticalness. Yeah, yeah, we're gonna go with that. So that's how I'm feeling. Um, as I shared on my post yesterday, I went to Texas for the weekend, had a wonderful time, got to see one of my oldest and dearest girlfriends, and she treated me so well, and it was just so lovely and so much food for my soul. So I came back to this cold Chicago weather, man, floating because it felt so good. And I experienced something that I only heard about up until then, which is that you can learn and grow through good things. You can. Like, I'd heard that, but I'd never ever experienced that before. You know, we get to this space where we think the pain and the struggle is necessary for us to grow, because you hear that all the time. Well, if there's no pain and no struggle, then you wouldn't know the good things. And yeah, that's true. But maybe it's just me. I'll just speak for me. I won't even try to speak for you. I'd gotten to this point where I convinced myself that the pain, the heartache, the struggle, the difficulty was just necessary. That was just going to be my life. That was going to be my life, and that was going to be how I grow, because there was no other way. Yeah, I was wrong. Yeah. So if you're out there believing that too, let me tell you, stop. Stop right now. La, 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 la. You can learn and grow from good times. And that's what I did this weekend. So one of the things that happened this weekend, we went to a retreat, and the question was asked of us: what do you have to prove, and who do you have to prove it to? Mm-hmm. It didn't take me long to actually answer it, that I have to prove that I'm worthy. And initially I said I had to prove it to everybody, but then I had to realize, no, I'm not trying to prove it to everybody. I'm just trying to prove it to myself. And so I dug, we moved on from that, but for me, that stayed with me. And I dug a little deeper with that and had to ask myself, like, well, why don't I feel that I'm worthy? Why do I feel like I need to prove that I'm worthy? And it's interesting because logically there's a disconnect between what I logically know and what, if we go neck down, I feel. Logically, I can sit and tell you this: I'm a wonderful child of God. I deserve great things. I can do all things, be all things. And yes, I have the power. I can do it. Yeah, I can tell you all that. But there's a disconnect when it comes to actually implementing that and living it, believing it, and trusting it. And I feel like I have this inner critic whom I can't please, who's never satisfied. I do one thing great, and it's like, you didn't. I feel good for about 5 minutes, and that inner critic comes in, but like, you got to fly away right here. Like, it's something. And I'm like, well, where did it come from? And not that I'm trying to turn every video now into a let's blame my daddy moment, but I recognize the voice of my inner critic is that of my dad. Now, let me preface this. I am in no way, shape, or form saying my dad is bad or wrong, because I totally get he did the best he could with what he had. I also understand my dad was 19 years old when he became my dad. He became a husband and a father at 19 years old. Let's just let that sit for a moment. Like, who the heck knows what they're doing enough for themselves at 19? Just for themselves. Let alone becoming charged with being a husband and a father. So I get it. So in my early years, he was very harsh, very critical, because he comes that old school train of thought that positive reinforcement was just going to make you weak. You needed the negative to motivate you, to get you to do better, So he was quite harsh, to say the least, when I was growing up. If I did something good, yeah, that's nice, but you could always do it better. If he was upset with me, like he would always, just drive it home. let me know that I really messed up. And so what happens with, children, you internalize it. And that voice, even though he, adapted and changed over the years, the foundation was already set. So that inner critic stayed with me. The way I speak to myself is the way 20 to 25-year-old Bernard spoke to, 5-year-old Janice. And I kept it going. And that's just the way, like, I make one misstep, well, you're brilliant, aren't you? Like, yeah, just really dogging myself. It's really kind of abusive. And that kind of hurts to say, but it's on it. Like, I've got to be honest with myself because I can't change it if I won't acknowledge it. So I got to acknowledge that. So I've had to have a sit down with my inner critic. And it's interesting, like, when I visualize myself having this talk with my inner critic, it was like 5, 6-year-old Janice going like, you know what? You really hurt my feelings when you talk to me like that. I really wish you would stop. And my inner critic was just kind of like, oh, baby, I didn't know that. I'm so sorry. So I kind of had to forgive myself and not rephrase. I had to forgive myself. You can't kind of forgive. You have to go full Monty and do it. And I did. And so bit by bit, I've caught myself a couple of times since I've been back. I've caught myself getting ready to be harsh, and I'm like, oh, nope, sorry, please forgive me. Let me change it. So yeah, I'm slowly but surely dismantling that inner critic, and gotta replace it with a voice that feels good. I haven't found the voice yet, but I'm working on it. So that was my one lovely takeaway from one of my lovely takeaways from this weekend, because I had quite a few, but that was a big one for me. So even now, as I'm looking in the camera and me talking, she wants to say something. She wants to be like, ooh, but and I'm just like, no, it's fine. Everything's fine. So who's your inner critic? Is it, if you take the time to sit back with it, is it, your dad, your mom? Is it a teacher? I right back in the day had those real mean teachers that I had one who used to carry a yardstick and she would whack the crap out of you. Like, I mean, who is it? Whoever your inner critic is, it's time for you to have a sit down with him or her. Let her know. Let him know. You know what? You really hurt my feelings when you talk to me like that. And I can't let you do that to me anymore. Because just like I had to recognize I don't have anything to prove and I'm worthy just because I am me, so are you. So the critic's got to go. We can't be any good to ourselves or other people if we are chopping ourselves down. And honestly, that's, I think, one of the things that shows up in our relationships with other people. We're so busy expecting other people to chop us down, but they don't even have to because we've already done it for them. Think and feel on that one. Yeah. So I am letting my inner critic go. I'm going to find another voice, but just not that one. It doesn't work for me anymore. And just like Bernard Jeffrey learned from his mistakes and did better, start talking to me better, I'm going to do the same thing. So see, I am still following in the footsteps. See, yay! So that's all I got for today. Like Erykah Badu. That's all I have, ain't got no more. So yeah, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I love you. You can't do anything about it. I wouldn't let you even if you could. So yeah. So go and have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you next time.